You know, God's got a plan and a purpose. It's going to be Father's Day pretty soon. You going to be the father of a live baby or a dead baby? 593 XY ZYX. 593 ZYX. Real fathers don't pay total strangers money to rip the arms and legs off their poor little helpless son or daughter. That's not what a real father does. A real father takes care of his children. If you can't love a little baby, how can you love each other? How can you love yourselves if you don't love your own flesh and blood? If you can't love a little baby, you can't love each other. So why are you going to bed together if you don't love each other? God's got a plan and a purpose for your life and for the life of your unborn baby. You'll never know what that purpose is if you abort your child today. You'll never know what that child would have grown up to be. The only thing you know for sure is baby's dead by your hand. And how will you explain it to the Almighty on the day of judgment? He made you. He made your unborn baby. And you're making a bake going in there today, folks. It's cold-blooded, premeditated murder to take the life of a helpless, innocent child. Cold-blooded, premeditated murder. Your baby don't want to die. Your baby wants to live. And baby shouldn't have to suffer or die for your selfish pleasure or convenience. Baby shouldn't have to suffer or die for your selfish pleasure or convenience. If your boyfriend can't love you, if he can't love your unborn baby, he can't love you, and you can't love each other. God commands, thou shalt not kill. It's cold-blooded, premeditated murder to take the life of a helpless, innocent child. Cold-blooded, premeditated murder. It's the ultimate act of selfishness and betrayal to kill an innocent child. Your baby's not like some cigarette butt that you throw on the ground and crush underfoot when you don't want it anymore. That's a human being. That's your son or daughter, but it's not yours to kill. God commands, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. You have a duty before Almighty God to take care of your child, not kill it, not pay a total stranger $300 to rip the arms and legs off of your poor little child. You have a duty to take care of that child. That's what fathers do. That's why we celebrate Father's Day. That's why we celebrate Mother's Day. That's what your parents did for you. They didn't pay a total stranger $300 to rip the arms and legs off of you. You have a duty before Almighty God to take care of your child, not to kill it. Your situation isn't so bad that baby has to die today. Your situation will change. But you can't bring baby back to life once it's dead. Once you go in there, you'll be a murderer forever. And you'll never be able to change that. You can change it now by driving off. But you won't be able to change it once it's done. All the king's horses and all the king's men will never be able to put your baby back together again. They'll rip the arms and legs off of your child like you paid them to, but you'll be a murderer forever. You'll have the heart of a murderer, the guilt of a murderer, the conscience of a murderer, and one day you'll stand before Almighty God and suffer the judgment of a murderer. He'll cast you into hell without a second thought. Because that's where murderers go. Change your mind while there's still time, folks. You don't have to do this. It's an evil thing to take the life of your son or daughter. A very evil thing. It's a poor choice for you. It's no choice for your son or daughter. It's a poor choice for you and no choice for your son or daughter.
I think he's got him for a little bit. It's still right.
Yeah, it's fine. Can you give me something to read? You know, it might be a sign from God that you're not supposed to be here. Said it might be a sign from God that you're not supposed to be here. You all right? You know, I just caught a little bit of this. Were you turning in here too?
No, I was going straight and I didn't see her. I just went to go around you.
You got your paperwork on you? Or?
You're going straight, which way?
Well, I was going straight, but he pulled out in front of me, so I just went to pull around him and I didn't realize he was turning right in here.
Oh, okay, so he clipped you when you,
Yeah.
when you went around, when you passed it. It looks like that probably just goes right back on there again.
Well, there's clips on there that broke.
Okay.
There's this broke. There was 2 clips on there that hung on there like that.
Okay. Young lady, you better change your mind. God's got a plan and a purpose for your life and for the life of your baby. You'll never know what that purpose is if you go in there. You'll never know what that child would have grown up to be. Every Father's Day and every Mother's Day, you'll think of it. Every Father's Day, you're going to remember what you did to your own flesh and blood, young man. God's got a plan and a purpose for your life and for the life of your child. But you'll never know what that purpose is going in there. You'll never know what that child would have grown up to be. All you know for sure is baby's dead by your hand.
We're fine. That accident
Say, I've
was
got a
not our
question
fault.
for you. Why don't you ask your boss if she'd give me a tour of the building? I've never been in there.
Who's my boss?
Well, whoever your boss is, the director.
They're not my boss. I don't work for them.
You don't work for them.
I don't.
Well, you do.
I work for those guys.
I understand. That's where your
Security
paycheck
is
comes
hired.
from. But when you're here,
No, they don't pay me.
I said your paycheck comes from security.
Yeah, but those guys, they don't, like I have nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I bet
Besides,
you.
I do this my job, but that's all. So
Yeah,
I
they'll
have
tell you what
nothing
to do.
with those guys.
Well, ask Jill Meadows.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like a tour.
Thank you. I will ask for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, if that's the only thing you would need, like you wanted to.
Yeah.
I will try that.
Okay. Thanks.
Just, could you stay on the side for me, please?
Sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Young man, you got a responsibility towards that child. Come on over here and talk to us. pull up your pants.
They all.
I know. I just wrote an article about that.
I suppose this 155 at Johnson really know about that. Sure, all right. I didn't see which way were they headed.
He was headed, they were both headed in the same direction, and he decided to pass them right when he turned in and drive.
The motorcycle decided.
Right. I was just ready to take a picture. I couldn't get this one camera working here. You know, I was fooling around with it, and then all of a sudden that happened right before my eyes.
Are you okay, sir?
Yeah. Hey, William, they've asked him that about 10 times.
Lisa, and you're wearing a helmet.
Is that what your girlfriend's in there for, contraception?
Yeah, give him a pill.
Well, here.
Contraception.
Yeah, we got literature for that too. You should know. Let me just get it real quick. Folks, God's got a plan and a purpose for your life, for the life of your baby. Why don't you take some literature? Joanne.
Pink shirt and brown shirt. And walk-in, right?
Right, here comes Officer Friendly.
You didn't have anything to do with that, did you?
Yeah,
Well, he didn't have nothing to do with it, no.
You were standing here and he was looking at you, so he didn't see that.
Well, you know,
Is that what
he passed, what he did is he passed illegally, is what he did.
The motorcycle.
Right.
Assuming the guy was signaling his turn.
Yeah. He probably got a little scrape on it.
Probably, yeah, but so what? You or I wouldn't worry about that.
These guys, a BMW for a motorcycle.
Yeah, 14-year-old BMW.
Yeah. Well, it's still worth some money.
Oh, I agree. I'm surprised they even come to investigate something.
Oh yeah, it happened at the abortion clinic.
Yeah.
If we were complaining about the gnats, they'd come and investigate it.
They didn't have the national tonight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I put the vanilla on and I think that.
Well, we ain't got them now because the sun's up.
Yeah, the sun.
And the wind is a little
Kind
bit.
of breezy. That gets rid of it, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from Cedar Rapids.
Do you see the motorcycle? I'm gonna pass this guy.
I was trying to get my camera going. I couldn't get my camera going.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Oh, he dropped. No,
That's right. Okay, here we go. The front will be on.
Hope you brought a lot of bug spray today.
No, I didn't. I don't use it anyway.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah, well, if you're out in the sun enough, I guess it's all right. There we go.
Okay, did you see the accident?
I saw it just after. You know, I mean, I was looking in that direction. I didn't actually see the impact, but I was.
So you're not. Are you able to tell me whether or not you know for sure if the driver of the Jeep had turn signal on, or?
I couldn't tell you that.
All right. And on a second note, I'll tell you what I told him, and I didn't identify him. But I was actually on my way down here for a complaint. Someone called in about a chair being on the sidewalk. Now, it would have been nice if they told us there were people with it. Maybe there weren't at the time. I assume that there were. And all I asked him, I don't know the legality of him sitting on a chair on the sidewalk. I imagine it's probably fine. And I would
It
look
was
into
never on the sidewalk. It was always on the, you know, just
Well,
where it's at.
he's been on the sidewalk the whole time I've been here.
Right. But yeah, he's been there as far as talking, but I don't know if his chair's always been
Well, the
there.
chair was.
Oh,
He
okay.
just moved it. All I asked him was, I said, you know, is it a problem for you to move in the easement? Because I believe that there's no issue here.
Right.
And I would just have to look up the sidewalk, whether or not he can set something down on the sidewalk and block it partially. I don't know the answer to it. And
Right.
He's willing to move on the easement, so
Right.
that's all that was about.
All right,
So
real
just
good.
so you know, we got, you know, of course they didn't tell us that, and I figured that there probably were people with the chair.
Yeah.
But any problems for you today?
No, it's been a good day.
No one's harassed?
Except for the babies being killed.
Well, I presumed that was an issue for you, but no one's assaulting you or anything
No.
like that? All right. Best of luck to you.
All right, thank you. You know, God's got a plan and a purpose for your life and for the life of your unborn child.
Oh, we're not here for that.
That's what they're doing.
Kill themselves with cancer.
They what? That's what they do here. They rip the arms and legs off of little babies. Hello. Are you here for an abortion or birth control? Well, you know,
Is that idea something good?
yep, self-control. It's called saying no.
I'm married. I can't say no to my husband.
Well, then if you're married, you should have children.
No. Not putting up freedom.
God provides. He provided for the first three, didn't he? He'll provide for all the rest.